Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at the new version of Monster Strike. It is 20.3 and we've got a whole bunch of new goodies around here that I want to make sure you don't miss out, because I'm sure most of you who watch my video can actually read half of the things that are on the game. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing, of course, is the new type, and that is, well, not new type, the new type buffs. They of course already existed, but two of the types have been buffed so that they have a little bit more oomph to them. They are the balance and power type monsters, and basically what the changes are is that for super balance types, so I think Uriel is the biggest, I guess, obvious winner that you can see off the bat. But you can see that she is a super balanced type, and what the changes are, well, the same thing from before, is that the heart, when you get a heart item, it'll heal 20% more than usual. But the biggest change here is that her attack and bump combo stats are increased to 20% if you have the advantage type. So you can see here that Uriel has the light type for both her main and sub bump combo, right? Transcension Kai's, or Transcensions even. The sub doesn't really mean sub anymore, but that's huge, right? You've gone from a 5% boost to a 20% boost, and as long as you hold the elemental advantage, that extra damage is going to be quite significant. There are going to be plenty of monsters that cross the one hit barrier, so that you can actually kill that in one shot. So definitely look out for GameWith's official channel and official website to see what they suggest, because it's very possible that a whole bunch of monsters will get a bunch of get some rejuvenation and have a chance to shine because of this buff. And monsters that were already strong to begin with, if they have the elemental advantage, will just get even stronger. So this will be an obvious benefit for sure. Now, for super power monsters, this is going to be a little bit more harder to tell the difference, but the change here is, well, let's start with the same things. Of course, the existing power is that the sword item will do 20% more damage, and the first time you hit any monster, you will do 20% more damage than usual. Now, the additional thing here is that every hit of the enemy will slow you down less than usual. Now, power types already had such change, and I've already seen somebody post a Twitter GIF about it, and already somebody uploaded on YouTube. Somebody posted that in the Discord channel. I think Peace uploaded that in the Discord channel. Thank you to him for doing that. But there is a notable difference in terms of the speed change. Now, it's not super drastic, like you're not obviously going crazier as a power type, but I think it was almost another half revolution between hitting the boss in the wall or something like that. So it'll be an interesting change. You get more distance out of your power type monsters as a result. Obviously it's not going to be apparent without you coupling it with some damage heuristics, but a change is a change. So again, I would highly recommend watch out for the eventual YouTube posts from the Game With guys, or just go to their website where they already have a list of suggested monsters for who you want to use those super type scrolls. And speaking of the super type scrolls, hopefully you have already gotten it from your box, but there will be one super balance scroll and one super power scroll available for you just for logging in for the day. And now, just like usual, when you get these special scrolls, you have to use them before they disappear. And so while you can't, well, actually I don't think I picked it up from my box yet, so let me do that right now. You pick it up, and then how do I use it, you ask? Okay, well, that's not a problem. You go in here, the fourth item from the top, and you see these red menu items. These are the special type scrolls, and you must use them within a set amount of time. You can see that it says here, and it even says it on my screen here, June 16th, 3:59 a.m. Japan time. Use it or lose it, right? You can see that I am pretty bad about using my scrolls, but these guys, I'm not gonna get them go, have them go to waste. You got to be able to use them before you run out of time. So you have plenty of options. Again, for balance type, you probably want to think about a monster that actually has the same element on both bum combos, or if you do end up using that monster in other quests, right? For example, if they have a light or dark attribute associated with them, there's a good chance you could use him in other element quests. Again, if they have the elemental advantage, that's when the 20% bonus activates, right? It's not just a flat activation, so keep that in mind. And of course, you have the power type monsters here at your disposal, where you are free to use that on some of them as well. So make sure you take your time, think about it. Again, I suggest using GameWith's channel to see what monsters are the best. Alright, number 2, finally. Kai goes to the library. So you can figure it out. Obviously, you go to the library here, and you will be able to see that the first 3 Kai series are now present in the library, so you can start playing with them if you feel like. If you really need to get all of the bump combos, for example, and you're tired of waiting for them on the schedule, hey, they're here now in the library to play at will now. So there you go. That's cool. Let's see, next. Team quality of life update. So this is a pretty nice update. I quite enjoy it myself. Let's see. It's going to be a little bit trouble to find a quest, I'm sure. Let's see. So let's try to do this. So this game, of course, saves team configurations that you've cleared in the past, and one annoying thing about this is, for example, you can see here I have my Guardian Beast set with replica, right? Yeah. But if you try to use a past party, and there you go. You see here, when your past party did not have a Guardian Beast associated with it, it would actually override your party, and then you end up in a state where you've got the old monsters, but also the old state of your Guardian Beast, which was not selected. Well, thankfully, they have changed it so that if your old team did not have a Guardian Beast selected, it will no longer overwrite it so that it becomes empty. Rather, it will take in your current slot, which I think is what 99% of users would actually want out of this. Now, I'm sure the 1% of you out there who actually uses the use case where it clears the Guardian Beast are like, I don't know, but I think this is a safe decision that most people are going to appreciate this update. I certainly do. I thought it was always annoying that I would lose replica because I was just using an old party. So that is that. Very good update for sure. Number 4, when you go to the Metal Exchange store, it will now show you the total luck of the monster you have in your box. Now, the important thing here is that it only shows the highest luck of that monster. If you happen to have 2 separate monsters, it will not add them together to find the total luck. This is only going to show your highest luck of that monster. All right? Small update, but occasionally you'll be like, wait, did I actually exchange for this guy yet or not? I forget. Now you don't have to worry about that. Number 5, you can now search in the time shift menu. So again, if you don't know what the time shift is if you've missed an event and it's within 24 hours, you can hit that button and replay that event. Now, before you had to actually just, find them, but here you can actually search for them, and I don't know. I guess Yamatake was there, so I could write that. But Yamatake is there, and so you can now search, of course, in Japanese, for the boss monster's name. Nice update for sure. 6, this is just a reminder that there is the post-maintenance quest available for you. This refreshes every time a big maintenance happens. So make sure you go into the event quest. You have only 3 days to complete it. You have until June 11th, 3:59 a.m. Japan time for this session to clear this. Again, you get some morlings, you get 5 orbs. Just do it. It's easy. There's just some logistic changes for how things work with your present box. They're just a little bit more automated now than usual. For any red mail you have in your box, they will automatically be deleted after 14 days. Of course, if you really like a message for some reason, you can lock the message here, and that of course exempts it from these rules. But I mean, for the most part, you really don't need to save any of these mail. Like some of these, like, hey, we picked a team for you, are automatically locked, but that's unnecessary. But anyways, red mail will be deleted automatically after 14 days. Now, if your box goes over 90 mail items, you can see that it says the max is 80, but this happens starting at 90. On that 91st email in your box, mail item in your box, the oldest mail item will be deleted until it goes back under 90. And that's regardless of how many days old those messages are. Now, I don't think you're going to actually have 90 mail items in 14 days, but I guess it could happen. Well, I guess it could be a combination of red and unread. So if you are one of those people who keep mail items for a long time, be careful, because this next section is going to be important. Unread mail will automatically be deleted after 90 days, and you can see that with the countdown on your individual unread mail item. So you can see that top mail item I have not read yet, and so it says, hey, you have 89 more days until this mail item gets deleted. Now, important thing here is that any unclaimed items within those mails will be deleted as well. So make sure you're not just leaving it there to rot. You have to actually go in, pick it up, and grab it to get credited for your account. So just a small update there in terms of mail items. Alright, number 8, this is all just a visual update, but all abilities across all monsters will now display in the same order. This is only a visual change, so basically what they used as an example is, for example, Queen Butterfly. Her old ability had flight, then null gravity barrier. It should now show, and we can look for it, null gravity barrier, then flight. And I do believe that they're just trying to standardize everything so that they're just in one order. There you go, we have the Power Pro, right? Gravity barrier, then flight. Now, obviously that means nothing in terms of the game. It's just a visual thing. I think, obviously this means that the individual monsters probably kept track of their abilities. Now, probably they've maybe refactored a whole bunch of code, and so that it's all just in one place. So then it's like check, 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 and then visually it'd be like, okay, show, so that it's all in the same order. Small update, nothing big. Also a small update in terms of text, class description alignments. For all classes, killer abilities, and strike shot abilities, the kanji for class, zoku, is going to be removed, with the exception for mazoku types. That's the only time you'll see that kanji anymore. So for example, this was a strike shot description that they had, koubutsu zoku ni dai damage. It will now just say koubutsu ni dai damage. Again, this is just for consistency's sake. I'm sure they want to standardize everything together. Small thing. And one other thing is, I think in the killers that they kind of abbreviated Unibas killer to be Uniba. They're just gonna make sure that it's all aligned to be saying Unibas killer across the board. Let's see, number 10, and this is just if you happen, I think it's like a magazine or something, right? Monster magazine. You can get like a serial code to get a chance gacha to get some in-game items. That gacha dragon was pretty janky. You can look it up on Google, I'm sure, but it's basically been updated to look like the friend gacha look. Absolutely irrelevant. There's some bug fixes that I wanted to throw out. There were some cases where Sekigahara Nono's strike shot would somehow activate no block after hitting a wall in certain cases, so that's no longer the case. There were some quests, I think they highlighted March and one of the Kinki no Goku stages, where there were situations where mines would still count down by 1 even after you clear the stage, which should incorrectly detonate them, right? If you clear the stage, they should just disappear. That's been fixed, so that should no longer be doing unnecessary damage to you. And there are a few real-time world bugs where things were like getting stalled or getting, forced shut down. They fixed a bunch of those as well. And one last thing before we call it a day is that the minimum version of the game has been lifted to iOS 10.0. Up to now it was 9.0. So if you have an older iOS device, maybe it's time to upgrade. But again, this is just a recommended version, so you're not forced. However, if you do encounter any issues or bugs, they aren't going to be supporting anything under 10.0 anymore. So do keep that in mind for iOS users. And that's about it for the version updates. Now there always could be some silent updates. If anything huge gets discovered, I will for sure post it on ENG Monst. But I mean, I guess the biggest thing is just making sure you're aware of the changes that happened with the super balance and super power types, and just make sure you don't miss out on using them before they disappear. Again, you have until the 6th, was it? Sorry, 16th. Sorry, 16th. 6th is already yesterday. My bad. 16th to use these scrolls before they disappear. And again, you can always wait a little bit to see if something, a new quest comes out, a monster is perfect for it. Yeah, I want to use that scroll now. Or it's like, I don't want to forget about this. I know I have a monster that I use that's balance type. He or she's gonna get that scroll. That's also a perfectly valid option. But anyways, that's it for me today. If you have any questions for the update, let me know in the comments below. I am more than happy to help you out with it. But otherwise, if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and maybe just comment for good old sakes. That's always nice to see. But of course, if you want more news, ENG Monst is a Twitter account, Discord is the channel to join. And for all of you who have watched until the end, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, bye bye.